Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to suddenly wake up one day and decide to respect you, notice you, value you. The truth is colder than that. The world has already made a decision about you, and it made that decision based on how you show up every single day. Look at your life carefully. The way people talk to you, the way they treat you, the way they overlook you or take you seriously. It is not random, it is a reflection, a mirror of the energy, the standards, and the identity you are projecting without even realizing it. And here is the brutal truth most people avoid. If you are not respected, it is not because you are unlucky. It is because you have not decided to become someone who commands respect. That stings, but it should. Because the moment you accept that, everything changes. The Stoics understood this at a level most people never will. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet he reminded himself daily, you become what you repeatedly do. Not what you hope, not what you wish, but what you embody. So if you walk like you are unsure, the world will treat you like you do not belong. If you speak like you need approval, the world will never take you seriously. If you hesitate, shrink, and doubt yourself, the world will mirror that weakness back to you without mercy. But the moment you decide to act like the best, even before you feel ready, even when your mind resists, even when fear is screaming inside you, something shifts. Your posture changes. Your voice changes. Your presence changes. And slowly, the world begins to change with you. This is not motivation. This is a warning. Because if you do not take control of how you show up, life will control it for you, and it will not be kind. So in this video, you are going to learn the Stoic secrets to unshakable confidence and power. How to stop being overlooked, how to command respect without begging for it, and how to become the version of yourself that people cannot. Most people destroy their own confidence without even realizing it. They look around constantly, seeking approval, measuring their worth through the eyes of others, adjusting their behavior to be liked, accepted, validated. And in doing so, they slowly lose the one thing that actually creates power, their inner authority. Think about it every time you hesitate before speaking your truth, every time you shrink yourself to avoid conflict, every time you say yes when you mean no, you are telling the world one thing: I do not trust myself. And once the world sees that, it reflects it back to you in the form of disrespect, dismissal, and invisibility. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. But here is the deeper layer most people miss. When you stop needing approval, you stop being controlled. And when you stop being controlled, you become dangerous in the best possible way. Act like the best, and the best do not beg for validation. They decide their values, they stand by them, and they move forward without apology. This does not mean arrogance, it means clarity. It means knowing who you are and refusing to negotiate that identity for temporary comfort. So from this moment, start practicing this shift. Speak with intention, not hesitation. Make decisions without over-explaining. Hold eye contact without fear. And most importantly, stop asking silently, do they like me? And start asking, do I respect myself? Because the moment you respect yourself fully, the world has no choice but to adjust. There is a battle happening inside you every single day. A battle between discipline and distraction, between courage and fear, between the version of you that wants to grow and the version that wants to stay comfortable. And make no mistake, whichever side wins this battle shapes your entire life. The weak man reacts, the strong man chooses. The weak man lets emotions control his actions. The strong man controls his emotions before they take control of him. And this is where true Stoic power is built. not in the external world, but in the internal one. Epictetus said something that cuts deeper than most people realize. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And yet, most people never train this reaction. They let anger explode. They let fear paralyze them. They let doubt whisper until it becomes their reality. But the man who acts like the best understands one thing. Emotions are signals, not commands. Just because you feel fear does not mean you stop. Just because you feel doubt does not mean you quit. Just because you feel anger does not mean you lose control. Instead, you observe, you pause, and then you decide. This is how unshakable confidence is built, not by eliminating emotion, but by refusing to be enslaved by it. Imagine walking into any situation knowing that no matter what happens, you remain in control of yourself. That is power, that is presence, that is dominance without aggression. So train this daily. When irritation rises, slow down instead of reacting. When fear appears, step forward instead of retreating. When doubt speaks, act anyway. Because every time you override your impulses, you are reinforced. Before you say a single word, you are already being judged. Your posture, your energy, your movement, your silence, all of it communicates something. And most people lose respect before they even begin, simply because they have never trained their presence. The Stoics understood the power of quiet strength. They did not need to dominate conversations. They did not need to prove themselves loudly. Their presence alone carried weight. And that is what you must learn: how to become someone whose energy commands attention without begging for it. Walk slower, not out of laziness, but out of control. Speak less, but with precision. Hold your posture like someone who knows their worth. Eliminate nervous habits, unnecessary laughter, and restless movements. These small details create a powerful signal. This person is not to be underestimated. Confidence is not loud, it is grounded. It does not chase attention, it attracts it. And when you start acting like the best, you stop performing for others and start embodying your true self. Seneca once said, "The greatest power is the ability to remain calm in chaos." And this calmness, this stillness, this quiet certainty is what separates the average from the exceptional. So the next time you enter a room, do not rush, do not shrink, do not seek approval. Instead, pause for a moment, breathe, and carry yourself like you belong there. Because you do. Most people misunderstand power. They think it comes from status, money, or recognition, but those things are unstable. They can be given, taken, or lost overnight. True power, the kind that cannot be shaken, is built through discipline. The ability to do what must be done, even when you do not feel like doing it. Look at the difference between those who rise and those who stay stuck. It is rarely talent, rarely luck. It is consistency under discomfort. Waking up when your mind says sleep more. Working when your emotions say rest. Staying focused when distractions are calling your name. This is where identity is forged. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor with unlimited power, still reminded himself daily to rise and do his duty, not because he felt motivated, but because it was his responsibility. And that is the mindset shift you must adopt. You do not act based on mood, you act based on standards. When you start acting like the best, you stop negotiating with weakness. You do not ask yourself, do I feel like it today? You tell yourself, this is who I am, and this is what I do. And the more you repeat this, the more your identity becomes unbreakable. Discipline removes doubt, because when you know you have done the work, when you know you have shown up consistently, there is no room left for insecurity. Confidence becomes a byproduct, not something you chase, but something you earn through action. So build non-negotiables, daily habits that define you. whether it is training your body, sharpening your mind, or controlling your impulses. And protect these habits like your life depends on them, because in many ways it does. Because one of the biggest traps that destroys confidence is attachment. Attachment to results, attachment to validation, attachment to how things should go. And when reality does not match expectations, most people collapse, they hesitate, they doubt, they lose momentum. But the Stoics approached life differently. They focused on what they could control, and they released everything else. They understood that outcomes are never fully in your hands, but your effort, your preparation, and your execution always are. Epictetus taught, "Do not seek for things to happen as you wish, but wish for things to happen as they do, and your life will flow smoothly." This does not mean passivity, it means clarity. It means understanding where your power ends and where acceptance begins. When you act like the best, you do not obsess over winning, you obsess over performing at your highest level. Because you know that if you execute with precision, results will follow over time. Think about it: when you are too focused on the outcome, you become tense, anxious, reactive. But when you are focused on the process, you become present, sharp, unstoppable. This is the state where confidence thrives. So shift your mindset. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" start asking, "Did I give my absolute best?" Instead of fearing rejection, focus on showing up fully. Instead of chasing results, commit to mastery. Because when you detach from outcomes, you remove fear. And when fear disappears, your true power begins to show. Everything you want is on the other side of discomfort. Yet most people spend their lives avoiding it. They choose ease over growth, familiarity over challenge, safety over expansion. And in doing so, they slowly weaken themselves. But the Stoics trained differently. They did not run from discomfort, they moved toward it. They saw it as a tool, a test, a necessary part of becoming stronger. Cold, hunger, rejection, failure, none of these were enemies, they were teachers. Seneca practiced voluntary discomfort, choosing moments of hardship even when comfort was available, just to remind himself that he could endure. And that is a level of mental strength most people never reach. When you act like the best, you stop asking, "How can I stay comfortable?" and start asking, "Where can I grow?" You begin to see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to prove your strength to yourself. Because every time you face discomfort and move through it, you expand your limits. What once felt difficult becomes normal. What once felt impossible becomes manageable. And this is how confidence compounds over time. So seek discomfort intentionally. Take the harder path when it matters. Have the difficult conversations. Push your body beyond its limits. Step into situations that test your courage, because this is where transformation happens. Comfort weakens you, discomfort builds you. And now you understand something most people will never fully grasp. Confidence was never something you were supposed to wait for. It was something you were always meant to build. Not through words, not through motivation, but through the way you act when it is hardest to act. Through the standards you refuse to break. Through the identity you choose to embody every single day. Because in the end, this is what separates the powerful from the forgotten. One group waits to feel ready, the other decides to become ready. One group looks for validation, the other becomes the standard. One group is controlled by life, the other takes control of themselves and shapes life accordingly. So from this moment, stop doubting, stop hesitating, stop shrinking. Walk like you belong, speak like your words carry weight. Act like the version of you that you know you are capable of becoming. Even if it feels unnatural at first, even if your mind resists, even if no one notices in the beginning. Because one day they will. Not because you asked them to, but because you became impossible to ignore. And remember this, the world does not reward potential, it rewards presence, discipline, and execution. So do not wait to become the best, start acting like the best, and the rest will follow. Now, if this message spoke to something deep inside you, do not let it fade like every other video. Take action today, even if it is small, even if it is uncomfortable. And when you do, come back and write in the comments, "I am becoming unstoppable." Subscribe to Stoic Spark for more powerful lessons like this. And press the bell icon so you never miss the mindset that will separate you from the average. Because this is not just motivation.